Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Fly away with me.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, or whatever it happens to be for all of you people out there, and welcome back to Newbies with Nerfie. I was laying in bed, relaxing, enjoying a brief nap, and some time off, which is usually just about a day in Nerfie's world, when Ambie, Wambie, Bambi decided to post. However, before we let her ruin our day, I do want to give you guys an update that her weigh-in video that I am working on will be released some point this week, at least part 1 will. And without further ado, let's jump into not able to increase my semaglutide dose, Target grocery haul, and food aversion. More clickbait, Ambie? God.
Hello guys, good morning. So it is June 17th. Welcome to a new vlog. Today my hair is half up, half down because it is just annoying me and I don't want it up and I don't want it fully down. So it's like...
You going for that Shih Tzu look? That Maltese? That's all I see. I'm sorry. Whenever you wear your hair like this, you're 34 years old. Get a new hairstyle. I'm sorry. That was petty. Moving on.
Let's meet in the middle. So today I'm going to be wearing my new Paris Hilton Platinum Rush. I actually have this lotion, random fact. Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
Of course you have the lotion. You have everything that every celebrity has ever made. I am convinced of that now. You have Jessica Simpson earrings, a Drew Barrymore air fryer, Paris Hilton perfumes, and that's not even just Paris Hilton. You have Billie Eilish. At one point you had Katy Perry. At one point you had Nicki Minaj. You just buy things because of the name, and then you say the name as if you know these people, and you don't. You do know just by like wearing their perfume or using their products, it doesn't make you their friend. Just making sure.
Okay, you guys, so we have a Target haul. It is a grocery Target haul. So I literally only needed a couple things, but then this happened. I know I'm not the only one that happens to. Okay, first things first. I saw this and I was like, excuse me, ma'am. So these are protein chips, but they're literally made with chicken breasts, egg whites, and bone broth. There was several...
If any of you have watched any of my lives or any of my videos, you know that my husband, Overlord, is a gym rat, and he always has been. And he doesn't eat this kind of protein. The man can deadlift like 350 pounds, and he does not stock up on protein like this. And she's going to gain a lot of weight because she's not doing anything with the protein being given to her. And she's going to blame semaglutide for it. And after that, she's going to quit. Like, that's where we are in this little cycle, is we're at that point to where she's like, I'm doing everything right. And it's just going to go downhill quickly because she's not paying attention to what she's doing.
There was several different flavors. I got the sea salt and vinegar, so we're definitely gonna be trying those. So I'm currently going through a food aversion. Yes, I am. This happens to me. My worst one that I've ever gone through was like little seaweed snacks. I was obsessed for a while. This was back in like 2018. And ever since then, like I can barely even look at a seaweed snack before I feel like I'm literally gonna puke.
I really appreciate the fact that you know how to use Google. I'm proud of you, but that is not the true definition of a food aversion. A food aversion is something that is ingrained in our brain of not liking a certain food. It's not even about liking, actually. It's more an evolutionary trait that's ingrained in us that makes us averted to that food. And yes, it does make us feel nauseous, but what you did, you just admitted it, is that you had inundated yourself with so much of these seaweed snacks that you made yourself sick on them and now you can't eat them anymore. That's not a food aversion. That's you going all or nothing again. But you know, leave it to Ambie to minimize something that people actually go through because food aversion is actually incredibly serious. It can cause major health issues, and not only that, it can cause major mental issues as well, depending on what kind of food your food aversion is towards, or if it's general food, which is a thing.
I'm literally gonna puke. So you're wondering, what am I having a food aversion to right now? these. It's like these salami sticks, and you get so many for a serving that it like satisfies me and I don't feel triggered while I eat them. Isn't that crazy? And let me tell you how it happened. So I was
You are not having a food aversion towards salami sticks. You ate nothing but those disgusting things. I hate salami. Those disgusting things for weeks at a time, and now you're sick of them. That's not a food aversion. That's just you making yourself sick of the food that you're eating because you don't mix up your diet enough or snacks enough or whatever enough. Why are you labeling this as a food aversion? That's not a food aversion. You just made yourself grow bored of that
how it
food.
happened. So I was excited. I was about to open a new pack because I just went to Trader Joe's and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have me a little snack. And oh my God, I've never experienced this before. But
You just said you did with the seaweed in 2018. Do you listen to yourself talk? Do you just white noise like the rest of us? Is that what's happening here?
But I opened it and there was just a bunch of like white dots on it, and I'm pretty sure it was just like the fat from the salami coming out in like dots, and I don't do dots. And it was
What in the absolute fuck do you mean that you don't do dots? I've seen you eat dots. I've seen you wear dots. I've seen you draw dots. I've seen you drink dots because you've had boba before. What do you mean you don't do dots?
I don't do dots, and it was just all over, and I was like, oh my God. So I had to throw them away because like literally it made me ill even just looking at it. So I was like, okay, I don't like wasting food, but we did what we did. Let's grab a new pack. Turns out they were all like that. So
You do know what salami is, right? Salami is a collection of like sausages, and then it's aged like cheeses or wine is. That's what salami is. The white dots are likely supposed to be there because it's an aged meat. And there's a really good chance that they've kind of always been there, whether it's on the internal or external, because that's what salami is. It's an aged sausage meat. So the fact that you didn't pay attention before and now you're just throwing away food is absolutely fantastic. Just shows overconsumer Lynn once again popping her head right into
all
the
like that. So now I am completely turned off by those things, like disgust, which really sucks. So
This is going to shock the hell out of you, but we don't need to know when you decide that you don't like something. Like, we just don't. You do that all the time. You're like, I really like this, but now I don't. People do that all the time. I really liked those M&M Crunch yogurt things, and now I'm kind of over it. It happens. It's a normal human thing, and yours is not dramatic or cool or anything like that. And also, for somebody that grew up poor, you are freaking out over the smallest things. Like, I remember being poor and picking mold off bread in order to survive till the next week. And you're freaking out over something that's supposed to be on salami.
So, you know, we gotta find a different beef stick. I really like the, what is the brand of it? I don't know, there's a brand of beef stick that I really enjoy, but like Target never has them. It is these Dukes. Original recipe is great, but the hot and spicy is my personal fave. These are absolutely delicious. After you open the bag, put it in the fridge, and it's just like, bon appetit.
A list of things I will never take advice from Ambie. 1. Weight loss advice. 2. Medical advice. 3. YouTube advice. And 4. Food advice. Somewhere in there is fashion advice as well.
So I was like, okay, I'll just try this one. It's Old Trapper deli style beef sticks. I have no idea. So we're gonna try that. I also love me some beef jerky, so I got me my favorite kind, which is just peppered. So
There's a trend going around on TikTok right now, and for some reason this hits me as that, and it's called carnivore TikTok. And it is people that will eat nothing but meat or things that come from an animal. And do you guys remember the cottage cheese and mustard girl that Ambie swore by for the longest time? I feel like we're going into this trend with Ambie now, to where she's going into the TikTok trend of like carnivore TikTok, and it's really, really weird. It's really weird. She went from I don't really like meat at all to all I eat is meat, and this is my personality now. Get a grip.
Peppered. So I am trying to lessen my carbs. I'm not doing like low carb or anything, but if I can get like a burger with no bun or replace fries with a salad, I'll do it. But like sometimes I do want just like a little bit of pasta, and I feel safer making pasta at home versus like getting it at a restaurant, because restaurants give you so much food.
It is truly amazing hearing you say, restaurants give you too much food, so I need to do it at home, when I have actively seen like Beck make you spaghetti and you inhaling 3 or 4 plates of it in front of us. So yeah, sure, it's the restaurants. Definitely the restaurants. Has nothing to do with you.
Food. But here at home, I could easily just weigh out a serving and call it a day. So I got some angel hair pasta. I needed some more eggs, so I got some of them. I just get the Eggland's Best, which is literally the best. So I got some sirloin steak strips, which is literally just the strips cut up. You can't really tell. I'm just gonna keep it in this bag for the fridge. But these are just so easy to season, make really tasty, and put in the air fryer. Like, delish. And then,
let me explain something to you, Ambie. I am having ribeye for dinner tonight. Do you want to know where I am not cooking it? In the air fryer. Do you know why I'm not? Because it's steak. You don't like steak, okay? Because if you like steak, you wouldn't turn it into a rubber tire every time. You like the idea of eating some meat, but it's so well done that honestly, I've had people in my live streams, in comment sections, go, what is that? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. It's not good though. It's not good, and she should stop, because she's just, those cows are dying for nothing at this point.
And then I got 3 of one of my favorite Amy's. It's just the chili mac bowl, which I add some tapatio to it, and it's so good. So again, I did get 3 of those. Here's the second one. Here's the third one.
For funsies, I decided to look up the chili mac bowls by Amy's, and these are exactly what she bought. And if you look at just the calories, looks good. It's not that bad, but good for a lunch. But then you scroll down and the total fat is 18 grams. Your cholesterol from it is 34 milligrams. And then you have the sodium, which jumps up to 780 milligrams. Then you have the carbs, which she's actively trying to avoid, at 48 grams. And you have 15 grams of protein. No, girl, I don't know what you're doing, but you've always bought these, and I don't know why. They're not healthy. This is another Trader Joe's thing. It started at Trader Joe's because it's organic, it's non-GMO, and it branched out from there. I need you to understand that just because it's Trader Joe's does not mean it's healthy. Trader Joe's is a fake health food store. That's what they advertise as. Get a grip.
And then I got some cottage cheese, small curd. I got some of these 4 cheese mini raviolis. I've never tried this before, but it seems like every ravioli I taste, I enjoy, so I know I'm gonna like it.
Yes, of course you're going to like it. It's pasta and cheese. Of course you're going to like it. Are you out of your mind? This is not eating okay, fine.
I'm gonna like it. I got some more shaved Brussels sprouts because I really enjoy these with chicken sausage.
I've said before, and I'll say it again, and this is actually just not against Ambie. I don't like chicken sausage, so I'm automatically biased. It's dry, it's gross, it tastes like gravel. Just saying.
I remember the last time I made it, people were saying how I didn't season it and stuff. Girl, I season everything. I'm a seasoner.
I agree, you're a seasoner, but it doesn't make you a good chef. It doesn't make you a good cook. I'm a
seasoner. I got some taco blend shredded cheese, some Colby Jack string cheese. Last but not least, I got some chicken sausage in Italian style, and then some Cajun style addoli. Probably pronounced that wrong. So that is everything, and now I'm gonna put it all away. Okay, so I just put away all my cold stuff, and I remembered I needed to clean this out. Can you guys please remind me?
No, in fact, we cannot remind you because we are not your caretaker. Currently, that is Mama Lynn, unfortunately enough for her, and I hope that she gets out soon. And you're leading up towards Valentine leaving you, so you don't have a caretaker, so you're going to have to be an adult all by yourself. Sorry.
Because it's like, I'm having a hard time finding spots, because as you guys know, this is my version of a pantry here. So it's like, I just shove things, you know, where they fit, where they see fit here.
I like how she's trying to bait people into talking about this, because that's what she's doing. That's what she wants people talking about in the comment section, is this. This is what she does this infrequently, but every so often she'll bring up something that's totally off topic. Nobody should care about it, but it's just pet peeve enough that people that keep their stuff really organized or things like that will bring it up, and it'll start like a little chaotic thing. And that's what she's doing now. And it's kind of pathetic of her because it's just a pantry, for one. For two, if you want to live like a toddler, that's on you. If you don't want to organize that to where you can see things, pick things out, do what you want, you know, not have to like suffer an avalanche every time you take something out of it, that's up to you, darling. That's nothing on us.
Like, I used to finish all my food so quickly. So it's like I wouldn't have all this like random stuff. Like,
didn't you make a 20-minute video when you were with Wipey just cleaning out your pantry? And you weren't on Ozempic at the time. I don't even think you were on a diet at the time. So no, that's not the case. You're just lazy and don't want to clean it out, which it's your house, but don't paint it as something else. Like, oh, I'm eating so much less, therefore I have so much left in my pantry. Guys, I'm doing so good. Nah, we see you. It's fine.
All
We
this,
see
like,
you.
random stuff. Like, I literally am obsessed. You guys, these are so good. But I just have a couple a day. These are from Trader Joe's. It's the tortilla chips, the chili and lime. So freaking good. And I still have this many left.
Okay, this bleeds back into our last video, which was you had said like, yeah, but I still have chocolate, but I only have a bite. So Ozempic is helping, but I'm also doing it myself. No, you're not. This actually helps prove that point. You still have them. You still have them a few a day, even though they're not that great for you, and you should be watching your intake and all of that good jazz. But the only reason you haven't scarfed that entire bag down is because of the semaglutide, Ozempic, whatever you want to call it, same thing, different name. So the very idea that like you're sitting here and trying to make yourself feel better by not eating as much when none of that is you is still really, really sad.
And then I still have those popcorn puffs there. Like, these are thin crackers that I bought like literally over a month ago. It's just, you know, I don't like overindulge like I used to, and it just feels really good to like have tons of little options where I can just like take a bite here and there. I know to like a normal person, they're like, yeah, that's like a normal thing, but for me, you know, it never was. Okay,
It's not now. The only reason you're not overindulging and you could just go and pick things here and there is because you're on that shot. That is the only reason. Otherwise, all of that stuff would be gone. You proved it right before you went on semaglutide, Ozempic, whatever. You proved it because you would eat just bags of stuff. Yeah, we can sit back and say, oh, it's completely normal for this person or that person to not overindulge. I had BED. I completely understand that feeling that people don't understand, but that's not what you're saying. You're saying that you have this victory under your belt when it's not your victory. And when you eventually go off of the semaglutide or Ozempic, you're going to crash and burn really hard because you're not actively trying to change your lifestyle. You're just relying on the shot to make sure that you don't overeat.
Okay, guys, we do need to talk. This wasn't something that I was gonna bring up now because I can't say like the full story around it. And I know a lot of people hate when I'm like, there's something going on, I'll tell you about it later, which actually a lot of YouTubers do that. But it's
Not
like,
the ones I watch, not the ones I surround myself with. They don't do that. Do you know why they don't do that? Because it's a shitty thing to do. Because not only do you think that you're like getting it to your haters by not telling the story and you're going to make them continue to watch, you're actually alienating the actual people that are watching you to support. And I've seen them in the comment sections. So they're there, but you're alienating them as well because you're just like, there's something that I need to talk about, but I'm not going to go into detail because I need you to watch the next video. It's just like on TikTok. I'm on TikTok a lot. I like TikTok. Don't judge me too much for that. I just like it. It soothes my ADHD when I'm trying to go to sleep, okay? Don't judge. But it's just like with that, and it's telling the story, and it doesn't tell you there's a part two, and you watch it for like 2.5 minutes, and then it's like for part two, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna like for part two. How about you just tell me what I came here for? That's exactly what you do in almost every video. So you can't just sit there and go, everybody does it. Everybody does it. Well, I'm gonna be your mom for a second. If everybody jumped off the bridge, would you too? Exactly. Thank you.
Do that. But it's like legitimately true. I'm only sharing this now for like continuity reasons and because I feel like my semaglutide story is something that's like a really big thing in my life right now. So 2 days ago when I took my 5th semaglutide shot, I was supposed to increase my dose. So I was supposed to double the dose that I took for the first 4 weeks. Because what happens is your body gets used to these things. Your body gets used to Ozempic, it gets used to the semaglutide, whatever.
They are the same thing. It's just the off-brand name. You know what? I had somebody point out in the comment section of my last video, I actually like the chemical names of medications, and I completely agree with you, my dude. I will actually put that comment, I'll take out your name, because I actually agree. I actually prefer the chemical compound names rather than the stuff that they pay millions of dollars for linguistics and everything else to come up with. But it's the same thing. You're taking the same thing. Stop talking about it as if it's two different things. But continue on why you're not going to increase probably without doctor's guidance.
Glutide, whatever injection you're using. So usually it's week 5, you increase that dose, but I wasn't allowed to. And the reason why is the section that I can't yet say. But when I can tell you guys the reason why I wasn't able to increase it, you guys will definitely understand. And I will be telling you guys soon. There's just some T's I gotta cross and some I's I gotta dot, and then you guys will know. And it's actually a really exciting reason, so it's gonna be worth it. But the issue is I'm not gonna be able to increase my dose for 4 more weeks.
Is it an exciting reason? Because I have a feeling it's one of these 3 probably, which is side effects. You're having really bad side effects towards it. You threw a fit over that little injection spot. You're saying that it's like an exciting reason, but that's just more clickbait to get people watching, and I'm not buying it. I think that it could be also that you're having some metabolic issues, but the thing that actually hits me really hard is that when you plateau in weight on Ozempic or semaglutide or whatever you want to call it, Ambie, it's the same thing. When you weight plateau, they actually lower your dose and start you over in order to lessen your body's tolerance to it. You are already on the lowest dose after 5 weeks and you can't lower it again. So I think that your doctor is thinking that your weight is plateauing. The reason I think your doctor or whoever you're seeing at that med spa thinks it's plateauing is because you are lying to them about your weight loss. You are telling them, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I'm staying away from this. I'm staying away from that. I'm being very good. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And they're noticing that you're not losing the weight that you should, because at your weight on that, eating less, you should be dropping about 10 pounds a week, but you're not. So the doctor is sitting here going, oh, you've already plateaued. That might be a metabolic thing. That might be this thing. That might be that thing. Let's make sure that you're good and this is actually going to work. And you're painting this as something exciting and you're just so super excited about it. And that's just to get us to watch the next one, which is fine. Do you, boo-boo, get your fucking money. But no, absolutely not. I don't buy this. I don't buy this at all. It's not exciting. It's just, I guarantee you her weight has plateaued. The doctor or whatever at the med spa is very confused and she's lying to them.
And that scares me and I feel emotional about it because I'm sitting here and I've been thinking about food all day long. So the shot that I had on Saturday, obviously, I'm not really feeling it and it scares me, but I know that it's gonna be worth it. But I'm just like afraid of feeling this for 4 more weeks. Like, I don't wanna feel this way. Like, I very much have been so grateful for semaglutide. It has taken away food noise, and food noise is very much just like, you know, the constant thinking of food. Like, what am I gonna eat next? Oh my God, I'm hungry. I want something sweet. I want something salty. I want something crunchy. I want something hard. I don't know. Food noise is very much that. It's just like thinking about food all the time. Like, I don't like that. And semaglutide took that away from me. And now it's like, since I didn't get to increase my dose,
and you didn't go to therapy or find a psychiatrist to help you with the food issues that you have. This isn't semaglutide's responsibility or fault. You've called it a miracle drug. You've called it all of these things. But in all reality, without it, you're proving it now. Without it, your mental issues are going to cause you to gain weight again. We've all said it. I've seen it in your comment sections, on Reddit, in Discords, all over the place. Without properly addressing your mental disorders, you are not going, semaglutide will not help you with this. It's a temporary fix to a permanent problem. You have to go and get help for the stuff that's going on inside your head, but you're not. And you're proving it because you're like, well, I can't feel like this for 4 more weeks because it's already starting to get loud. It's already starting to get bad. Yeah, because you have no coping mechanism whatsoever. You relied solely on this shot to be your coping mechanism, and that is not how life works. That's not how anything works. There is no easy way out to anything. Not weight loss, not addiction, not food addiction, not binge eating disorder, not BPD, not bipolar, nothing. There is no easy way out, Ambie. Come on.
I'm over here just like, oh my God, I'm now having to like do this on my own because I'm practically like starting over in a way. And you guys, you will know why soon, so don't worry. But I'm just kind of like expressing my fears right now because I feel like I know, like, if in a week from now I come on here and I explain to you guys, yeah, this last week was really hard because semaglutide, like, you know, I wasn't able to increase my thing, blah, blah, blah. You guys would be like, why didn't you tell us? Like, are you just lying? So I think it's very important that I be transparent and express to you guys that I'm nervous. I'm scared.
Do not misunderstand me when I say this. You are transparent. You are completely transparent. You are glass, but not in an honest way. Everybody can tell when you're lying. You've been on YouTube for 10 years. You've been lying to us for 10 years. You lie. That's what you do. You lie to make yourself look good, to make others look bad. Whatever the situation calls for, you're more than willing to do it and more than happy to do it. And that is part of the problem. Right now, you're lying about something. You're either that or you're hiding it, and I can see it. And you're sitting here saying how scared you are. And if you are scared, you would be on the phone to a psychiatrist or therapist immediately. You have the money. You have the time. You don't do anything. You sit and color. Why don't you color in a therapist's office?
I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm fearful. I have loved just the feeling of just like not wanting to eat because my whole life I have turned to food for so many reasons. Sorry. Like, I am definitely an emotional eater for sure. Like, most people are, especially people who are bigger. A lot of people turn to food when they're feeling sad or even when they're happy. A lot of people, like, it's like congratulations or happy birthday, let's go out to eat. Happy anniversary, let's go out to eat. Food is celebrated for so many different reasons.
Am I meant to feel bad for you? Is everybody meant to feel bad for you because you took this shot and thought it was a magic wand? Because no, we've seen you do this before as well, and you said similar things about the first time you were on Ozempic, and now you're saying it again because you're not increasing, and you're once again blaming society and food and everything else. Honey, if you're an emotional eater like most of society is, the people that can't control it get help, and if they don't, they end up like you. They end up a chronic overeater that ends up being almost 600 pounds and sick. So go get help. We are not your therapist.
Reasons. You guys definitely get what I'm saying. So even though I have been thinking about food majority of today, I still have been on track. So right now it's hard to go off of like true intuition. So I'm just sort of copying what I have been doing for the last month. Just like trying to stay in that head frame and still eating the same portions and making the same choices as I have been. Like, increasing my dose would have been absolutely incredible. I would have been feeling on top of the world. But right now I'm kind of just like going through the process right now. And I just have to continue staying strong because I feel so good.
Yes, the crying to us as if we are your licensed professional really makes us think that you're doing so good.
I am beginning to notice my weight loss a lot. At first, I really just felt it like in the way that I move, or like me sitting in my mom's car, like it just feels so much better, or like my breathing or the way that I walk. Now I'm noticing certain clothing is fitting me better. I'm also noticing my face is looking smaller, and there are just like several things that I am noticing. Like my shoulders just seem like a little more in instead of like out. Like there's just like random little things, and I just want to keep my momentum up. So we need to get through this month together, and I honestly cannot wait to tell you guys what is in store. It's gonna help me a lot. Okay,
what are you talking about together? You're not doing any of this together with anybody. You are making sure that you are completely alienating everybody in your faction that are even cheering for you by A, doing clickbait, and B, pretending that like we're your therapist when we're not. You have to do this. This is not us doing this for you. We're not the semaglutide shot. We can't be your end all be all. You have to do it, period. And I am willing to put down money to say you don't.
What? Okay, guys, so it has been a couple hours since I filmed that last clip. And I just want to say I'm feeling better. I think I just needed to like get that off of my chest. But like
This is completely off topic, okay? Completely off topic. But your accent that changes everywhere you go drives me absolutely insane. I have quite a few people from California in my audience that watch this with me on live, and they can't stand this fake Kardashian thing that you're doing. Please stop. Please stop, because where you grew up, you're not even in California, you're not even matching the accent to that place. You're just doing a Kim Kardashian fake celebrity accent. When in Kentucky, you started to lie and use that accent. Like, stop. It's annoying. Stop it.
my chest. But like I said at the end of that last clip, like, it's all gonna be worth it. I'm okay. I'm just maybe just being a little dramatic. But you guys know that about me. I'm pretty dramatic, but I'm good.
Hey, fun fact, dramatic and lying are not synonyms. You cannot interchange those. I just thought I'd point that out because you're not a grammar girly. So.
I'm pretty dramatic, but I'm good, okay? But this also reminded me that I need to give you an update, because if you guys remember this from a few vlogs ago. Right now,
fun fact, this is a 12-minute video. So, I want to see if we subtract this flashback clip and her questions of the day, how long her video is going to be. And I'll comment on it at the end. But I'm very curious.
Right now, I'm in a lot of pain. I think my kidney stone is moving. Like, because my pelvis hurts and I have blood in my urine again. I'll let you guys know that it was only that day that I was experiencing pain and a little bit of blood in my urine, and I haven't had it since. But I'm telling you, the pain was so bad.
I'm going to pretend that I have any sympathy for you whatsoever. I don't, but I'm going to pretend. Your accent that you put on instantly makes me lose all of it. I can't. I just can't. And for those that are like, oh, that's not kidney pain, it kind of is. Kidney stone pain can come and go. It can, because your body's trying to pass it. Do I think that every time she has pain, it's kidney stones? No. She's, 500 pounds. It's probably something else, but just putting that out.
And I heard that if you do like a lot of walking, a lot of moving, it can actually help a kidney stone pass. So I'm thinking, just because like I've been super active lately, I think I was making my kidney stone move, and that's honestly the only thing I can think of, because your girl was hurting and my urine did not look good. But I mean, I have a 6-month.
Yeah, guys, I mean, come on. She's so active. That upstroke with those markers in the coloring books it's a lot. It's a lot. Walking in and out of restaurants, oh my goodness. That's enough, isn't it? Please. Please. If I wanted to cuss, I would, but please. No. It has nothing to do with you being active. Your body is just naturally trying to pass a foreign body. If you have a kidney stone, which is still up for debate. But that's all beside the point. It's just easy to call you stupid.
But I mean, I have a 6mm kidney stone, so I'm going to be experiencing a little bit of symptoms. I was going to update you guys in yesterday's vlog, but I totally forgot. So that's why I'm doing that now.
Hey, Ambie, I'm going to teach you what this word means. For transparency's sake, I'm also going to add how long that entire section was to how long her talking about random crap that isn't in the video title, and see how long it was, because I'm very curious on how long her video would be, and I will discuss why at the end.
Memory, Amberlynn. My memory is like so bad. Like, random fact about me, I have like the worst memory ever. Okay.
Yes, guys. We know. Anybody that's watched you for a long time or reacted to you knows that you have the worst memory ever. Would you like to know why? Because you're a liar and you can't ever keep track of your lies. It's kind of great. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, Ambie. Can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Whatever. Okay guys, so it is the end of the night. Today's vlog was definitely pretty low-key, laid-back vlog. So I figured I would end it here, but we should do questions of the day. Did she say her hair is thinning due to menopause? Isn't she 33? Yes, I am 33, but in 2020 I was diagnosed with uterine cancer, so I got a full hysterectomy. So yeah. Why is she talking?
Once again, we are going to just ignore the actual questions in there, so you can choose whatever you want. Great.
Yeah. Why is she talking in cursive? I'm so confused. That's a good question. I really don't know. I have noticed, like, for years and years, my inflections are kind of different, but I feel like they've gotten a lot more extreme. Not gonna lie. Anyways,
But you just lied. You just lied. It's not your inflections. It's the fact that you're putting on a fake Kardashian accent and everyone can see it. So you just lied. I love that we can always tell when you're going to lie because you say, I am not
gonna
going
lie. Anyways, I am gonna end this vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed because I know I did, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
So I did the math, and if you add up the last story about the kidney stone that she's quote unquote forgot, and then you also add the questions of the day, that's about 2 minutes. And then you also have her random little thoughts throughout that she obviously edits because she does jump cuts. You have about another 3. This is a 12-minute video. You minus 3 from that, that's about 9 minutes. So without all of this, she just barely made mid-rolls. So that's why she does it. Nobody's stupid, and I'm not trying to be like, I know it for a fact, and you guys are stupid for not thinking it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is pay very close attention to her. Because like I said, Ambie is an idiot, but she is highly, highly manipulative. As for this video, it's a bunch of clickbait within clickbait again, because she said that she was going to talk about not being able to increase, and she kind of did, but she also interlaid clickbait into her clickbait. It's absolutely ridiculous that she keeps doing this, and it's because her views have been dropping rapidly again, because the only time that they bounce up is when she mentions anything that's controversial or people don't agree with. That being said, I'm really sad that I got up edit for this one, but I'm glad that I got to make it for you guys, because I know a lot of you will not watch Ambie directly. You rely on reactors, so here I am. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and click that like button, give me a subscribe, and as always, if you take meds, don't forget to take your meds, and if you don't take meds, go outside, touch some grass, and drink some water. Have a good one, guys. Bye!
Come and fly